This is quite possibly my new favorite piece of lawn equipment in the garage. Hey guys and gals, welcome to Garage Gear. I'm JB, giving you the best tips and tricks to survive life in and out of the garage. A few months ago, I bought this brand new Mclane edger and have been using it all spring. I almost don't even want to get it dirty. Here's the facts on this Mclane. Mclane edgers and trimmers use a single lever blade clutch for depth control and uses sealed precision ball bearings on a 2x9 spring steel blade. There's an all steel, heavy duty chassis with tubular steel handlebars. The whole unit is finished in a powder coated baked polyester paint that resists corrosion and chipping. And with this yellow, white, and red paint scheme, it kind of looks like you're pushing McDonald's down your sidewalk. Mclane edgers can cut vertically or horizontally and do it smoothly with the wide rubber tires and the ball bearing wheels. They're designed to ride on most curbs while delivering a clean cut. More on that later. The blade can be tilted to various angles and can trim flat. The front wheels can shift over to convert from an edger to a trimmer and for curb hopping. All Mclane edgers and trimmers meet all established safety standards and are built here in the USA. Now here's what I really like about this Mclane edger. This right here is the main reason I bought it, the Honda GX 120 engine. There are two things in this world that you can count on, and it is the sun coming up tomorrow and Honda engines running for decades. They are so incredibly reliable. On top of that, it starts almost effortlessly on the first pull. Seriously, you don't gotta yank it hard. They're insanely quiet. On low, you would almost think it's not even running. I always wear hearing protection, but I could get away with not wearing it when using this unit. And when you come to a spot where the grass is a little overgrown, the engine just growls and goes right through it. It's basically like, what else you got? And as an added bonus, it sips gas. It barely uses anything. Win, 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 baby. And to help this video get a win with the YouTube algorithm, would you mind taking a super quick second to hit that like button? Thank you. And don't worry, I already broke this engine in. Our friends over at Pro Parts Direct sent me this Kinetics oil. Thank you very much. This Honda engine runs beautifully with it. Next, the all-metal construction. There's barely any plastic on this edger, and it is so heavy duty. This thing could take a tumble off a landscape trailer, and it would be fine. Metal wheels. These are quickly disappearing off machines nowadays. Everybody's going plastic nowadays to cut costs, but they're sacrificing durability in the process. And with bearings inside each wheel, this edger rolls effortlessly. This unit does have a blade stop feature, which is pretty nice to have for safety reasons. When you want to engage the blade, you simply pull the handle out and drop it down to your desired height. When you're done, simply pull it out, pull the lever toward you, and the blade stops. Pretty smart how they built that. The front shield here is well designed. It catches a lot of debris. You can see all the dirt up in there. Look at that. It's all trapped in the shield. This flashlight was actually sent to us by our good friends over at Olight. Thank you very much, Olight. This thing on turbo mode goes up to 2500 lumens, super bright. Now, if you have an edge that only requires regular weekly maintenance, this machine will fly through it. If you have to establish a new edge, this machine does a terrific job digging down and setting that new line. It'll tackle an overgrown edge and probably throw some dust around. Now, there isn't much, but here's what grinds my gears with this Mclane. This lever can be a little tough to move. You're gonna need a good strong hand to move it down. There are some adjustments for this, but right out of the box, it's gonna need a good grip to move it. The handles up top now are a little small, and I wish they were a little beefier for my hands to grab onto. But the angle of each handle is just right and comfortable as I navigate it down my driveway and sidewalks. I did have to make one modification to this edger, and it was here on this drag flap. Previously, this drag flap pointed straight down, and it would get hung up on my long turf. If you have a longer lawn like I do, this edger will get hung up here on the taller grass. So here's what I did. I took this panel off, a couple nuts and bolts on the back side, I put it in my vise, I bent it back to about a 45-degree angle, put it back on, and it no longer gets caught up. Lastly, the curb hop feature. This unit is pretty heavy with all that metal, and my curbs are pretty narrow at only about 5.5 to 6 inches wide. While it did manage to cut a tight edge, I had to really fight this machine to keep it balanced on those 3 wheels. In doing so, I actually hit the blade really hard 2 times on the curb, and it took a chunk out of it. Now, I do have plenty of extra blades, and they do sell a curb attachment for this unit, but it is kind of expensive. The curb attachment has an extra wheel for support, which I may look into in the future. I can always hit my curb with a string trimmer and get a nice edge in a safer fashion that way. Time for a little Q&A. Does this Mclane edger cut the cleanest edge you have ever seen? Yes. Does it start and run easily? Yes. Does it do a better job than my last walk behind edger? Yes. Is it expensive? Oh yeah. But is it worth buying? Absolutely. I will have this edger for the next 30 to 40 years, and seeing as how I use it almost twice a week every spring, summer, and fall, I will most certainly be getting my money's worth out of it. If you are looking for even more information on this Mclane edger, I'll have the unboxing video that I did linked down below in the description for you. For more cool garage gear content, click or tap the screen right here. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the garage.